Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. I'm about 3 or 4 minutes late, and I'm sorry. I was just, taking my shower, and I had to get dressed real quick. But everything is fine, everything's good. Now I can start coloring this lovely lady Miria. Just give me 1 second. I do want to check my work schedule real quick to see if I'm coming in an hour late or not. Ooh, it is hot in here. But I mean, I guess that's a good thing because Raleigh's getting pretty cold. So I got my thermals on and just gonna do some art before I go off to work, which is always good. And I'm pretty sure I get paid today, which is also another pro. Hello, hello. How are you? How have you been? S edits. That was my pencil falling if you heard that. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you again. How have you been? That's good to hear. I'm just doing some coloring right now. I need to find a good position. I think I'm going to start by coloring this area, this portrait right here. So, how have you been? What art projects have you been working on? I see that you changed your name. Are you going to be doing more art related stuff or you just going to stick with watching? I mean, it's fine if you are. Just curious. Hmm, not at the moment. I've kind of been good editing my own stuff, but maybe in the future when I get more up there, I could use an editor. But thank you for offering. I'll be sure to watch them in my free time. So, do you make fan shorts or do you do your own original skits? Like, do you make mini music videos, musical edits? Like, what's your niche? What's your concentration when it comes to the edits that you make? I mean, because when it comes to me and video editing, what I mainly do is just to I edit enough for like an animation or I edit enough to get my message across. But when it comes to like those talented musical edits, those like mini AMVs that people started doing of like anime characters or Genshin Impact edits, those are really good. You can do edits for countries. How does that work? Is that like a Hitalia thing or I think I just showed my age. Like I was into anime when the Hitalia fandom was a thing. I mean, I'm not into Hitalia now. I was never like deep into Hitalia, but my other anime friends were like into it, so I checked it out. It wasn't for me, but There's a lot of channels named S Edits. Like there's an S Edits that has 16.9 thousand subscribers. There's an S Dash Edits that has 182. Mm. Oh, I'm seeing your 1.1K views short. Now, let me lower my volume because I don't want it to bust in my mic. Hmm. This is some good work. I like your effects. I would just say work on your brightness. It seems a bit too bright. Like it seems like there's a lot of a lens flare type filter going on. But all in all, that's actually pretty good. And just another piece of advice, you may want to change your name because one of the pros of having a platform and having a channel is that you want to be easily recognizable and easily distinguishable. Like when I was searching you up, there were like five different S edits. So I mean, like the thing about my name, Owoh's Corner, is it's literally my last name. My last name is Owoh. So my whole gimmick is, having my own little corner of art. Like you have the main channels and then you have my own little corner where we do my own thing over here. That's sort of my whole gimmick, my whole brand. So I would advise you, I mean, you don't have to listen to me, but like I would advise you at least to have a more unique name. I mean, you don't have to think of, yeah, like have a unique name. And you don't have to think of one now, but because you are still starting off and because you are still, growing, you do have that time to think of a new name, think of what you want, have a project plan, a scope, sort of set goals for yourself for what you want to do and what you want your brand or your company or what have you to look like in the future. But definitely long term, you're going to want to be unique and easily recognizable. Like, I don't watch a lot of edits, but I do know that one of the distinguishing things, at least when it comes to anime edits, is that they usually have like anime names attached to them. Like, I think there's one guy named Cairo, um, another one named Runa, like Japanese sounding names because they like anime so much. Look, and that's your and okay, look. It's okay to not feel confident. It's okay to not like your work, but you can't delete your old videos, okay? That is something that you cannot do. Unless you said or did something really problematic, like you said something, I don't know, racist or culturally insensitive, then yeah, you may want to probably list the video or unlist the video. But you can't be deleting your videos because then you'll never grow. Then you'll never be able to expand, get your name out there, get your work out there. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you make one bad video or two bad videos. You have to keep your stuff up there. Like that's one of the issues and that's one of the problems I had because when I was coming up and when I was just starting, I was always self-conscious about my art and about my work to the point where like I was in high school and I had some pretty good, pretty decent animations, but because I was so self-conscious, I never posted anything, and when I did, they were all private videos. So you have to keep going. Like even if you're even if it's something that you're like ashamed of or something that you're not confident in, it's still good to keep those videos up because it shows not only others but also yourself how much you've grown. And you're going to learn a lot from seeing how well your past videos do and how good or bad your present ones are doing as well. So like never, and I'm serious about this. Never delete your past videos. Oh yes, there was a storm in the U.S. The Sunday, but it was both last Sunday and the Sunday before last that we had. The Sunday before last was like a super serious storm that was that had like it wasn't a storm, it was a hurricane that followed a bunch of like flood warnings and tornado warnings because I live over on the East Coast. And then this Sunday, the Sunday that just passed, there was also another storm, and those had flood warnings and flood watches. Oh, okay. It was nice having you around. Be sure to come and go as you please. There's no rush. Hmm. Get some sleep, get some rest if you're tired. You don't need to be here. I'm not going to force you to be here. If you can make it, you make it. If you can't, you can't. If you want to leave for a while, that's fine too. On my channel, it's come and go as you please. And this is for not just US, but anyone who stops by my channel. You can come and go as you please. Even those of you who couldn't make it to the stream and you watch afterwards, come and go as you please. You are free to come back if you want to. If you don't like it, if you don't like me or whatever I have to say, then you can leave as well. I'm not here to force people or get like the most views or the most subscribers. I'm just here to have fun and do my art thing. Do my art thing, do my animation thing, and go about the rest of my day. Now, one of the things about Miria is she has several different inspirations. So she is sort of the forefront and forerunner of the Y2K aesthetic when it comes to my Seven Sages show. Like, she's the character with the most. She's the character with the most design traits from that area because my show, The Seven Sages, it blends, because it's a science fantasy show, it blends high fantasy style clothing with Y2K, with cyberpunk style fashion and clothing because of the time period in which the story happened. Oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the Y2K aesthetic is definitely the forefront of her design. And then I wanted to add the flowing fabric, which is why I gave her sort of this twin tail, sort of like streamer or cape design on her back. And then instead of just going for bell bottom jeans, I wanted to up her attractiveness factor. So I gave her like this detached fabric that goes down in this bell bottom like design, which is definitely something that I like the most and I really enjoy drawing and doing for her. And she isn't the only one. Like all of the characters have some form of real and coloring. Like all of the characters. You just saw Saren and his sort of like a low cut V neck and his muscle shirt. So like all the characters are gonna be sexy. All the characters are gonna be attractive. So don't worry about me singling out anybody. The only character that's not gonna be sexy is Nancy, and you guys are going to understand why in the next character piece I do. Sadly, I'm not much of a Broadway fan. I mean, I respect the art and I respect the talent, but I don't think for my show I could have like spontaneous musical numbers. I forgot to give her her bracelets. Now, on a looser note, she does have some slight inspirations from of Miriam from the Bible, who was the sister of Moses. And so she is sort of like the rallying cry, at least Miriam. She doesn't have many inspirations from the biblical figure. I mean, she has a few. Like, she is the supporting character. She is the almost the soul, or like the voice of reason and the uplifting voice and presence of the group, where she very much keeps people's spirits high and keeps them focused on the goal and the overarching plan, which is to tear down those who have wronged them. Because her specific backstory and story is that she is seeking revenge more so from a holistic approach, I guess you could say. She sees the chaos, she sees the injustice and the evil that is occurring. And so her place, her desire is to call it out. And so she supports her group through her music, through her financial abilities as well. Like, she is one of the financial backers of the group. It's her and the third stage who are like the big money makers of the group. But then where Miria comes in is that she's definitely more of a socialite. She is the one who is primarily getting her crew into like certain social places. Like, she'll say like, "Oh yeah, he's my plus one," or "He's a friend. Like, let him in." Like that's sort of her role and her ability and skill set. And the thing about her is that she doesn't need to use magic to manipulate people. She uses her personality by itself. That's just the kind of personality she has where she's a smooth talker. She's a smooth talker. She's definitely a person who can influence people by her voice alone. It's already 10:39. She's definitely very beautiful. Like, I like her character. I like her design. I like her hair. Like, the Afro puffs was definitely a good idea. She just has like such a cute design. Ooh, I'm loving this hair. This hair is nice. This hair is beautiful. Another thing I like is that definitely what I love is that I made these outfits fantastical, but they're also easy to cosplay. Like that's what I like the most. Like I don't need because I'm an animator, I inherently make designs that are easy to animate. Like this for me would be easy to animate. There's not a lot of moving fabric, there's not a lot of places or areas that need to be accounted for. Like even if you wanted to, you don't have to. I mean, you probably should skip some design features, but you don't have to draw like the earrings or the arm bracelets if you didn't want to. I mean, you should because it's a nice design, but you're not gonna have to keep track of every single little minute detail because it's just that simple. One of the things about me though is sometimes I forget to draw the eyebrows. I mean, like, and that's the strange thing is it's only an issue that pops up when I'm animating. When I'm drawing characters like this, doing my character designs, I automatically know to like draw the eyebrows. But like when I'm animating, I forget the eyebrows for some reason. Like, but that's the thing about animation though is like everyone forgets something. For some people, it's hands. Some artists hate drawing hands. I love drawing them. Other artists, they may forget to draw ears or make the head or hair bigger to better encompass the head. Me, for some reason, I just forget to draw eyebrows. Cause like I'll just be working on a piece for so long, and then I'll take a step back, and I'm like, something is wrong. Something's not right. Something is missing. What's going on here? And then like I'll take a second. Sometimes it takes me like a minute or two, and I'm like, this person doesn't have eyebrows. Let me fix that. I would say that of her design choices, I definitely like her hair the most because I was actually inspired by like the early 70s. Yeah, what's the early 70s? It was like that time period between the like late 60s and mid 70s where like black women they would have like afro puffs or like they would have like one of those like front ponytails or like their hair was like curly in the front and then it was like done up in a bun in the back or like it was fluffed out on the sides. I'm trying to think of a name for it. Or it might have been the 60s instead of the 70s. But it was like the, suburban black woman sort of hairstyle, and then it was like a resurgence of it during the 90s. Not the afro, but something else. Like the closest example I can find is this picture right here. The woman in the center. It's sort of like a hairpiece like this, is what this is inspired by. Because my mom, she had like a similar hairstyle in the 80s, I believe. And I'm trying to find a proper. Trying to find like a proper sample. But essentially, something like this is what inspired Miria's hair. Definitely something that I love and enjoy doing and drawing. Hmm. Now I figured out what her pants are gonna look like. Her pants are gonna be white. I just don't know. Like her pants are gonna be white, and then I want like a cool color for her hat. Maybe like a blue. So like a blue hat, I'll make the pants and the sort of like bell bottom sort of chap design. That's gonna be white as well, but the inside is gonna be a blue or like a jean type color that's similar to the hat color. And then the shoes are going to be like a. Did I go for like sneakers? Did I go for like the 90s platform heels? Like the Y2K platform sneakers? Or. Hmm. Dang, I forgot what design I went for when I drew the shoes. Now the top. Actually, I wonder if I can make both the pants and the hat white, but then give her like a maybe like a pink color for her top. Oh yeah, that would actually be really nice if I gave her top like a pink color. So I'm just imagining it right now. Pink. The only issue with going pink is I'm probably gonna have to make it a pale pink or a like lighter pink because she is actually. I got Google open right now. Let me look at Y2K fashion real quick. Yeah, pink works. Pink definitely works. Yeah, I'll go with pink for her top. Because I was looking at some Y2K samples, and there's actually a lot of outfits that have pink in them. Like that Y2K area for women was like a very, I wouldn't say it was pink heavy, but especially when it came to black women and black girls, they had a lot of pink in their clothing design and choices. Like long term, I do want people to easily be able to cosplay these characters. Long term, you should be able to fish through your closet in the year. Let's be generous. In the year 2025. I mean, no, because this show's probably not going to be up in the next 2 years. It may take me like a decade, but like in the year 2030, you should be able to fish through your closet and wear some clothes similar to this. I'm gonna be generous because if God is willing, I might have this show up in 2 or 3 years. But if I gotta like fight and struggle, then it's probably gonna be up in 2030. Well, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I like these designs to be easy because even if you don't want to like cosplay a character, you should at least be able to wear the show's aesthetic if you want to. And besides, Miria is just a cute girl. Okay, like she's cute and she's beautiful, and I design all of my characters to be attractive. There's just like a natural beauty that I want to be expressed through her to where she doesn't need to wear makeup. She doesn't need to dress all fancy. She just has that glow about her. And one of the things that is going to be prevalent in my show is that people's outward appearance is a projection of their soul. And what I mean by that is if somebody is attractive, then they're either going to be a nice person or a manipulative person. But usually the people that have a more attractive appearance rather than a sultry or seductive or rather than a more sultry or seductive appearance is they just have like a natural genuine spirituality and kindness to them. At least that's what I want to project and manifest in my art. Ooh, I got two concurrent viewers. Hello, hello. How are you all today? Now, her top is going to be pink, but when it comes to like the strap of her top and her earrings and her bracelets, those are going to be gold. Like, I want to add this sort of like, with gold comes. Oh, thank you. How have you been, Seth? It's good of you to join us. With Miria and her piece, what I want to do is like her strap is going to be gold, her earrings are going to be gold, her bracelets. Ooh, I actually forgot her bracelets in this piece, like in this pose right here. Her bracelets are going to be gold. Even the color of her eyes are going to be gold as well. And so this is to sort of have a hint or a aura of authority in her character design, where she is a woman of status and influence, if only subtle. That's life. A rough day, but you're gonna make it through. You're strong. I was trying to give her like a specific magic that she would have in the show. I didn't want to give her like siren magic or song based magic because her music is just a passion that she has. And in this show, in the Seven Sages, magic is a world device by which people are able to inlay their intent and authority on the world. So, what I mean by that is magic in this world operates by how you view the world around you. She's definitely not gonna be a magicless person because being magicless isn't really a thing in this world. Like, you either it's not even a question of if you have magic or not. Rather, everyone has access to it, and everyone has the ability to use magic. It's just people use it different ways. Some people use math, some people use their emotions, other people think through their spells or use science. It's different per person. And with that, there are certain people who can cast certain magics more effectively. Like, everyone can use a shield spell. Like, you're taught in school how to use telekinesis. Like, in this world, basic curriculum is, hey, learn telekinesis. Learn to shoot like a small bolt of magical energy. Like, that's basic magic 101 in school in this world. So I definitely think that this character would more than likely be a healer or a supporter. At least I think. I don't know. I'm still thinking. I'll probably get some sort of enlightenment on this character in a bit. Yeah, and now that I see this character in full, the pink was definitely a good choice. Like, I'm gonna go with pink and white. White for her bottoms. Hmm. Yeah, she would be a support and a healer. I definitely see it. The only issue is that I don't want too many of my characters to be like healers or controllers, cuz I know that like there's going to be at least. Oh, my mom is texting me. 1 second. Where was I? Oh yeah. Um her design definitely supports like healer. She's definitely a bit of an icon, or at least she's going to be an icon in the show. She's one of the more hidden members instead of being a more overt character because of the because of her status, because she is already a social figure. It would be a really bad look for her if she's a part of an organization that is seeking revenge. So she's definitely one of the more hidden figures of the group. Like in the first episode, like you guys won't even meet her. You might see like a glimpse of her, but you won't like properly meet her in the pilot. Whereas certain other characters you will meet and get to interact with. Oh, it's already 11:30. I gotta get ready for work. So I'm going to finish coloring these pants and then I gotta go. Like, I really gotta go and finish getting ready for work. And hopefully, while I'm at work, I can think of some character backstory and jot some stuff down on Google Docs. But yeah, I think this is good. I'll definitely finish up coloring. Either either I'm going to finish coloring on my next stream, or if I'm lucky and I'm consistent with it, I can finish coloring off stream, and then I can just spend my next stream shading and going over more character backstory and sharing that with you all. But this is Miria. She is the sixth sage. She's a pop star, heavy on the Y2K aesthetic and character design. I love her. She's awesome. She's definitely the character that I spent the most time designing because I just couldn't think of what to draw with her. Not that I couldn't think of what to draw with her, more so like I knew what I wanted. I just didn't know what she looked like until I took the time to focus and work on her. But she's beautiful. She's lovely. She is one of the lower ranking members, the newer members, but she's still an important character nonetheless. And yeah, I really like her character. I like her design. And it is 11:28, so I better go. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I hope you guys enjoyed sitting down with me, enjoying my talking, enjoying me going over her design and bringing up some elements on her design. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share even. I stream Tuesdays and Fridays. I start around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then on Tuesdays, because I have work, I like to animate for like an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. On Fridays my off days, so those are the days I like to spend a little bit more extra time animating and drawing or doing whatever I do. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like your time here. This has been Owoh's Corner, my own little corner of art. I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream. Be sure to rewatch this stream, rewatch my previous streams as well as the other videos I make. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.